Tanin Auto Electronics. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our Lexus SC 300 SC 400 black LCD. So we just did a video on our blue LCD, and this is the black version. So again, it's a negative or opposite or reverse. They're called LCD panels. So the panel, the glass itself, is tinted or dyed black, and then the digits are white. So black is a little bit harder to do than blue because too much brightness, too much light, too much white is going to turn it almost a purple color, and it's a lot more purple through the camera than it is in actual real life with your eyes. So we're just altering the voltage a little bit just to give you an idea of what that looks like. But typically we modify these so they look a little bit darker, so it's actually black and not purple. The problem you'll run into if you do this yourself, obviously, is that it's going to look more like that, because the LEDs you put in there are going to be super bright, and they are using the voltage and the power from the climate control. So similar to the blue screen version that we do, there's actually white LED lighting behind it, and it's actually toned down a little bit. The voltage is brought down with the resistor. So the button lights are going to keep their same brightness, but the screen lighting, or the LEDs behind the screen, are a little bit less voltage, so you don't have that intensity that turns the screen purplish color. So there may have been some that we did way back when we first got these LCDs that turned out purple for customers. We'll gladly redo those for you if you do see this video. But the newer ones that we're making do have the resistors that bring the voltage down for the screen. So we sell these screens, obviously, if you want to do it yourself. We have the repair service that you can select all the different color options, and we are also starting to sell these complete climate control units, so you can just click and buy, and we'll ship this one right to you, already done. Now the concept is the same for the Toyota Soarer, which was only sold in Japan, which was the right-hand drive version of the Lexus SC stateside. The screens are different. Everything is flipped, so the temp display is going to be on the right, and the other icons are going to be flipped opposite. Same with the off button, all that stuff. The off button is going to be where the mode button is, mode button is going to be where the off button is. Everything is flipped 180 on the Soarer versions. So we have the Toyota Soarer LCD versions for sale. We have the same. We have the regular version, the blue, and the black LCD. So those are real popular with our customers in Australia, New Zealand, overseas, or even anybody in the States that has purchased a Soarer and imported it over here. So the climate controls, those obviously are much less common than the standard SC cars in the United States, but the concept is the same. The lighting's the same, everything is the same. The only difference is the faceplate, which is flipped. I'm not sure if the rear portion with the circuit board is different. I would assume so, because again, everything's kind of flipped in the vehicle, so it might need a specific. You can't put a SC rear portion on a Soarer front portion, I don't believe. So that's pretty much the same. Everything in this is the same as the blue screen video that we just had. I can just kind of go over it again, but the lighting that we use behind the screen, typically with the most success, is like a strip type lighting or something that lays flat on the board, which is gives you a good half-inch or inch distance between the screen and the board where the screen solders into. There is a white plastic piece that holds the LCD glass and kind of diffuses the original light. So we carve that out. We grind out the plastic piece so it's basically just a rectangle that sits in there, and then we can do whatever we want with the lighting behind it. Because if you just use bulbs, the stock bulbs, it's definitely not going to look like this. It's not going to look good. And if you put just 3 LEDs in there, you're going to have hot spots. So you have a hot spot in the left, the center, and the right, and you're looking for that good diffusion and that good light spread. So you need to either use some kind of strip lighting or SMD lighting, or like a wedge light, a wedge bulb, a wedge LED that's going to disperse the light correctly. Same with the button bulbs. There's only one bulb per set of buttons. So the front rear shares a bulb, the recirculate and fresh air shares one bulb. The AC button and off button, obviously they luck out because they only use one bulb each. And the same with the other buttons. They all kind of share bulbs. So you have 1, 2, 3, and they're diffused again. So if you want to use any kind of LED lighting, you have to make sure that the LEDs behind the bulbs are correctly diffusing. They are shining through each button, so you don't have one button that's bright, one button that's dim. So you have to kind of think about that also before you get into this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that covers our 2 screen types. We have the black and the blue, and then obviously the standard, just like the factory. And if you do use the black or blue LCD, you're going to want to use LEDs and not bulbs. So this video is included, the QR code's included with each of these screens, so you can watch this, because you can use bulbs, it's just not going to look anywhere near how it should. It's more of a custom installation. So if you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time.